Welcome to the deep dive. We cut through the noise, straight to the insights. Now, if you're someone, or maybe you know someone, who's navigating the job market today, especially right out of school, you've probably felt things shifting. The pace of change is honestly kind of dizzying, and there's this growing concern, a very real one. Are those first jobs, those entry-level positions, or are they just vanishing? So today we're doing a deep dive into this really challenging landscape. We're exploring a leading-edge example, EON Reality, and how they're tackling these shifts. Our mission, to unpack their approach. They're offering two distinct pathways designed to help students get essential skills, secure high-demand jobs, and interestingly, even generate income. And it's all done by directly integrating real-world experience into learning. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, and it's really important to grasp the sheer scale of the disruption here. The sources we looked at are pretty clear. We're not talking small changes. The data suggests almost 80% of hiring managers think AI will eliminate many internships, many traditional entry-level roles.
80%, wow.
Yeah. Think about the impact on, a whole generation trying to get that first foot in the door, and it gets sharper. Over 90% of IT jobs expected to be transformed. A big chunk of those are entry-level. Plus, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts about 1 million office and admin jobs just gone.
1 million jobs.
And this creates what our sources are calling a critical gap.
Yeah.
That traditional first job, the place where you learned the ropes, built basic skills, started networking. That pathway it's disappearing.
Right.
It leaves students at a huge disadvantage when AI agents can now, draft press releases, organize info, do basic research.
And very tasks that used to teach people.
Exactly. Those foundational learning experiences are often being automated now.
That's a pretty stark picture. It makes me wonder, beyond the stats, what's the biggest qualitative shift? How do young people need to approach careers differently now compared to maybe just 5 years back?
Oh, it's profound. Absolutely. Like that Hill article mentioned in our sources, it said, the window for traditional first jobs is closing. Yeah. It's not just losing a few roles. It's the erosion of that whole first step on the ladder. Students are finding it harder to get those basic skills, build networks, get that first foothold without the usual on-the-job learning. It really demands a new way of preparing.
So what does this all mean for you listening, or maybe for someone you know getting ready for the workforce? The challenge isn't just finding any job. It seems like it's finding a way to get truly valuable, maybe AI-resistant, real-world experience and developing skills that are actually in demand. Right from the start, it feels like a whole new ballgame, more than just a diploma needed now.
Definitely.
And I guess that brings us to EON Reality. They've stepped into this space with what they're calling a groundbreaking dual-track solution.
Yeah.
The idea is to turn this AI disruption from a threat into, an opportunity. And they're using cutting-edge spatial AI technology. That's AI that understands and works with 3D spaces, right? Makes learning really immersive.
Exactly. And what's really innovative, I think, is the core approach. Unlike traditional models where, work-based learning might be an extra thing, an add-on.
Yeah, like an optional internship or something.
Right. EON Reality's tracks embed this experience directly into the learning journey. It's not extra, it's fundamental. Real-world application is central from day one.
That does sound like a powerful shift. Okay, let's dive into their first pathway then, Career Compass. This one's aimed at students targeting these AI-resistant careers, as they call them, and the need it addresses.
It's huge.
Our research shows 85 million jobs might go unfilled globally by 2030 just because of skills shortages. That's like $8.5 trillion in potential economic opportunity annually. Career Compass wants to bridge that gap.
Precisely. And Career Compass identifies several key areas, these high-demand pathways. We're talking about real needs. For instance, in high-demand technical skills, 10 million nurses needed by 2030 globally, yeah. And 3.5 million cybersecurity pros needed worldwide, plus huge growth in advanced manufacturing, green energy, even AI and machine learning itself that's growing over 40% a year.
Okay, so very specific technical needs.
Yes, but not just technical. It also focuses on essential soft skills and professional development. The skills AI finds hard to replicate: leadership, good communication, sales, CRM, project management, cross-cultural business skills.
Things that require human interaction and nuance.
Exactly. And then there are other paths too: entrepreneurship, certifications, income generation skills, global adaptation. It's trying to be holistic.
And the outcomes they're reporting are pretty compelling. The sources mention proven Career Compass outcomes, like a 25-45% salary bump within the first year after certification.
That's significant.
Yeah, a serious boost.
Yeah.
And getting into the workforce 30–50% faster than traditional routes. Plus, a 60% reduction in time to competence using XR-enhanced learning. That's extended reality, right? Combining VR and AR for hands-on learning.
Correct. Very immersive, very practical.
Imagine hitting the job market with that kind of head start, a clear direction. That could make a huge difference to your career path. Okay, but what if, the perfect job isn't right there? Or what if you're someone who wants to build your own thing, create value? That seems to be where EON Reality's second track comes in, WealthWeaver.
Mm-hmm.
This one's for students who want to create their own opportunities. It provides, as the material puts it, the complete entrepreneurial ecosystem.
Yeah, WealthWeaver is quite comprehensive. It's built around 7 integrated parts to help aspiring entrepreneurs. It starts with EON and Wayfinder. That's an AI assessment to find your strengths and market opportunities. Then the EON and Entrepreneur Guide, an 8-step AI mentored program. Uses methods from places like Stanford, Y Combinator, turns ideas into actual ventures.
Okay, so structured guidance.
Very structured. And a really interesting part is EON Vibe Coder. It's an AI development tool. It lets non-tech people create applications 73% faster, apparently.
Wait, really? How does that work?
You basically describe what you want the app to do in plain language, and the AI handles the coding.
It's revolutionary, potentially.
Wow. It lowers the barrier significantly. Then you've got EON Brainy, a 24/7 AI mentor, looks photorealistic, gives personalized advice. EON Venture Bridge connects you to funding, automates business documents, and it's all supported by the EON XR platform for skills practice and Career Compass for ongoing market smarts.
That sounds incredibly thorough. And the proven WealthWeaver outcomes are just as striking. Students generating actual income while they're learning.
That's the claim.
Graduating with working apps, actual businesses. Getting access to a global marketplace. 42 million users across 80 countries.
Yeah, tapping into EON's existing network.
Plus, a 68% cost reduction in business development compared to doing it the old way. That's huge for startups.
It really is. And if you connect this to the bigger picture, it signals a pretty profound shift, doesn't it? Moving from just seeking a job to actively creating economic value right from the start. It's not just about fitting into a shrinking market. It's about becoming a creator, an innovator right from your education. It kind of redefines job ready.
So let's bring it all together. What does this mean for that bigger picture? How do these 2 tracks actually tackle the core problem? The vanishing entry-level jobs, the skills gap. What makes this model seem effective?
Well, the idea is that both pathways directly hit that global skills crisis from 2 angles. First, they prepare people to fill critical shortages. Those 3.5 million cybersecurity roles we mentioned,
Right.
the 10 million healthcare spots, needs in green energy, AI, advanced manufacturing, jobs that automation can't just take over.
So direct pipeline into needed roles.
Exactly. But second, for those where maybe a direct job isn't the path or isn't available, they empower students to create new opportunities, using these AI tools, building businesses, creating income streams that frankly didn't exist in the old economy.
So it's about building a future-proof workforce, either through employment or entrepreneurship.
That seems to be the goal, adaptability.
And it's not just theoretical. The sources give these proven global success examples, like the Institute of Technical Education in Singapore, ITE. They've integrated over 1,200 EON lessons into their national vocational training system.
A significant integration.
And the University of Business and Technology, UBT, becoming the first spatial AI university with over 20,000 immersive lessons.
Those partnerships show real-world application.
And the results they're seeing are concrete. 30% faster clinical readiness in healthcare programs, salaries 25% above the regional average, and 40% income growth within 6 months of using the system.
That's tangible impact.
Yeah, real-world results. So EON Reality's dual-track solution, it really does seem like a powerful response to this rapidly changing world. It's not just about skills, is it? It seems to be about confidence, connections, and having a real portfolio of experience that makes you stand out.
It's an adaptive model.
Definitely feels like it.
And, this does raise a bigger question, I think. How might this kind of model, embedded, AI-powered, real-world experience, income generation built in, how might that redefine what we even mean by education globally? Moving us beyond just the traditional job hunt towards something more like continuous value creation, continuous adaptation. It really shifts the purpose of learning, potentially.
That's a really interesting thought to leave people with. Redefining education itself. We've really just scratched the surface today on how AI is changing well, everything.
Yeah.
And how innovation is trying to help us navigate it. It certainly makes you think differently about what job readiness means now and what it might mean next year or 5 years from now. What stands out to you from all this?